And we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream tonight. We've got a big Metro Division battle between the Pittsburgh Penguins and New York Rangers coming your way. Fourth and final meeting of the regular season for these two teams. The Rangers have won 2 out of the 3 so far. However, it might not be the last meeting of the season, because with where these teams are in the standings right now, it is looking very, very possible that this could be our first round playoff matchup in the Metro. The second and third seeds play each other. And this is looking like it's probably going to be that 2-3 matchup in the Metro this year. So may not be the last game of the season between these two, but it certainly is the last game of the regular season. And it should be a fun one tonight. I've watched a couple of their games this season. They've been very good, entertaining matchups to watch, and I have a feeling that this one probably is going to be no different. So we got the Penguins on the road at MSG tonight. Rangers on home ice. Getting the poll up in the chat so you guys can get your votes in. Let me know who you guys think is going to win tonight. Big news before the game. No Sidney Crosby for the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. Sidney Crosby is out along with defenseman John Marino with a non-COVID related illness, so they are not playing tonight. And obviously, that is tough for the Penguins lineup to lose a player of that caliber of Sidney Crosby. And then also losing Marino on the back end does not help either. So, a couple of big guys out of the lineup for the Pens in this one. We gotta get saying hi to everybody in the chat now. Randy, Matthew, Unknown, Fun Adventures, TCB, Jacob, Sal, what's going on, man? Rick, welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. Nathan, welcome in. Good to see you in the chat. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, this is very realistic that this could be a first round matchup for sure. With the standings the way that they are right now, I don't think Washington is catching either of these teams. And I mean, Carolina is only ahead of the Rangers right now by 2 points, but Carolina does have a game in hand. And the Hurricanes, while they've been struggling a little bit recently, probably going to win quite a few more games over their last 12. So I would imagine, I'm thinking Carolina probably stays in first, and that this is your 2-3 matchup in the Metro. Brandon, what is going on? Rick, welcome in. Nathan, Derek, Prosperous, welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for being here as well. Really, really appreciate it. PW, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. We are getting ready for puck drop here between the Penguins and Rangers. A great matchup tonight. This should be a fun game, and I'm kind of hoping that it's a playoff preview. I really want these two to play each other in the playoffs. I think it would be a very fun matchup, a lot of fun to watch, and obviously the rivalry between Pittsburgh and New York as well that's been built up as they've been longtime division rivals. I'm hoping we get to see this matchup in the postseason. Axie, what is going on? Welcome in. Friday, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Boston has 12 games left, Nathan, I believe. Yeah, 12 games left for Boston. Victoria, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. This game is on ESPN Plus. This is an ESPN Plus exclusive game. This one, along with the Sabres Hurricanes game tonight, are both only on ESPN Plus. Joey, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. It's awesome to see you in the chat, as always. Ready for a fun matchup tonight. Very tight poll right now. 52% saying Penguins, 48% saying Rangers. 23 votes in so far. Slightly leaning Pittsburgh here. I'm sure that this is probably going to be a pretty close voting in the poll as far as as far as this game goes, with this being such a tight matchup. Oh, now it's 50-50. Some Rangers votes have come in. It's 50-50 now. Calgary has 12 games left as well. Calgary has 12 left. This is an ESPN Plus exclusive game. So this is only available on ESPN Plus. So it's not in any of the like the regular cable networks or anything like that. This is strictly an ESPN Plus Hulu game. So I guess if you have Hulu too, I keep forgetting about Hulu because I don't have it. I have ESPN Plus. I don't have Hulu. So I forget that all the ESPN Plus games are also available on Hulu, but they're all owned by the same company. So it's all the business side of media, but yeah, so Hulu and ESPN Plus only for this one. It's one of those exclusive games. I did not hear that, Prosperous. I honestly don't see that happening, honestly. I think Fleury's probably retiring after this year, but I mean, I guess maybe if he wants to be like a 1A, 1B type situation in Pittsburgh, maybe, but I'd be surprised if that happened. Nathaniel, what's going on? Welcome in. Christine, welcome. Stewie, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. We got the number one goalies for both teams going at it here. Edmonton's got 11 games left. Edmonton's got 11 left. Igor Shesterkin in goal for the Rangers. Tristan Jarry down in net for the Penguins. We are about ready to drop the puck. This one is about to get going here. Teams lining up at the center ice dot. No Sidney Crosby for Pittsburgh tonight. He is out with a non-COVID related illness. John Marino also out with an illness as well. So, down a couple important players there. We are underway. Rangers take the opening faceoff. And that one over the red line. Dumped in now by New York as they chase after it. Going in on the forecheck as the Pens try and work it out of their zone. Taken now Zibanejad, stolen by Jake Gensel, cleared up and out there by Pittsburgh. Trevor, what is going on? Welcome in. I don't know, Matthew, whenever he's healthy enough to play. Welcome in, Trevor. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Awesome to see you in the chat, as always. As Pittsburgh here trying to work this one out of their zone. It's Chris Letang with it. 40 seconds in, he'll carry this one out to the neutral zone. Red line and dumped in. Line change coming now for the Pens. Played back down. Rangers have it in their own zone. They pass it up. Here's Ryan Strome to Kopp, trying to get it out. Good pinch there by the Pens to keep that one in. Here's Jeff Carter now down for Evan Rodriguez behind the net. Ricard Raquel back out in front, stolen by the Rangers, and they'll clear it back out of the zone. Just over a minute into this one. Brian, what's going on? Welcome in. Raquel gets hit there by Keandre Miller. Keeps pushing along down low in the offensive end, though. Rangers come away with it from behind the net, and they clear this one out. Rangers now into the offensive. Strome with a good shot, and Jarry makes the save. Played down low. Chance again in front. That one gets poked away. Second opportunity. Jarry gets over and gets a pad on it. Back out now. Long shot there. That gets cleared. And Pittsburgh sends it all the way back to the New York zone where Patrick Nemeth plays. Jude, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Shot in there by Philip Hedl. Rangers going in on the forecheck. Trying to work this one in front. Played up the wall, though, by Danton Heinen. And that one's not able to get out of the zone. Kapanen couldn't clear there. Heinen couldn't either. And the Pens have to try again. Kept in now by New York at the blue line. Trying to get it into the middle. Teddy Bluger comes away with it. And Bluger will get this one up to Kapanen into the offensive zone. Kasperi Kapanen backhands that one. Pad save by Shesterkin. Sent wide there. John, what is going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. Great to see you in the chat as always. We are about 2.5 minutes into this one. No score. Just getting going. Good run of play here to start. As Lindgren holds it behind the net. Passes that one up. cleared through the middle. In behind Gerry, he'll come out and play it up the boards. Rangers hard on the forecheck here. Logan, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming by. Really appreciate it. Chance now, drop pass shot there. Gerry with the save. Good opportunity for New York with another solid shot on goal. Gerry grabs that with the glove, and it will be an offensive zone faceoff for the Rangers here. 17-12 to go in the first. Mean Girl Hockey, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Awesome to see you in the chat. James, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for coming by. Really, really appreciate it. Offensive zone faceoff now for New York, but they can't win it. It's taken by Matheson and rimmed up the boards. Penguins clear it out. Rangers regroup now in their own zone. Moved up here over the red line, dumped into the offensive end. Shots are 3-2 Rangers. Behind the net, worked up here, played by the Penguins. They carry it out, and good dump into the offensive end. Forechecking pressure coming. Trouba with a hit there on Gensel. Played by Malkin around now, and that's out of the zone. Penguins got to regroup at neutral ice, and they send it right back in. Here's Ryan Rust with an opportunity. Trying to drop it off for Malkin, but can't get it through. Puck played in the corner. Gensel skates around, pass back to Rust. He fires one wide. Vetrano beat to the puck by Dumoulin. Penguins keep it in the offensive end. Malkin down low now in the corner, and we got a penalty call here. And Gensel is slow to get up after being nailed by Jacob Trouba. And I believe Trouba is going to the penalty box here. So first power play of the game is going to belong to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Scoreless start in this one. It's an elbowing call against Jacob Trouba. He hits Jake Gensel there up high and catches him with the elbow. It's going to be a power play now for the Penguins, and we'll see if they can take advantage of it here early. Phil DeRighties, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get that new sub hype in the chat. Give a warm welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. New subscriber, welcome in. Face-off one in the offensive zone now. Right off the draw, that shot sent wide. Penguins already on the attack now in the offensive zone. Trying to play it here. Offensive zone now. Penguins on the man advantage. 22% on the power play this year, which is 15th in the NHL. So pretty middle of the pack with the Penguins power play as that one's deflected up and out. Also, huge difference with and without Crosby. 24% with Crosby, only 10% without Sidney Crosby. So no Crosby tonight will definitely... it seems like it's going to have an effect on the power play because their power play percentage without him is very, very different than their power play percentage with him, which is a lot better. As we're down now, 1:25 to go on the man advantage. Played out to the point. Penguins have possession, offensive zone. Shot blocked there by Fox. Pens get it back. They set up the umbrella in the offensive end. Long shot. Here's big glove save by Shesterkin, and the rebound is cleared down. Good job on the kill so far. Still 1:05 of power play time, though, for the Penguins as Letang passes it up. Into the offensive zone, Evan Rodriguez. Getting some help from some teammates, and now it's turned over as Kreider steals it. Back the other way now, New York. Poked away, though, from Kreider. Zibanejad gets possession back out in the neutral zone, and now will dump it deep. Good kill here. Brandon, what is going on? Welcome in. 5 minutes into the first period here. Penguins back up ice. Into the offensive zone, they dump it. Kendra, welcome. Great to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. And taken back now. Chasing after it is Tyler Mott. We got 30 seconds to go on the Penguins man advantage. It's up to Brian Rust over the red line. He dumps it into the offensive zone. That one gets sent around into the corner. Trying to get to it now. Rangers looking to clear their zone one more time. Penguins keep possession, though. Back out to Letang at the blue line. Chips it over, gets it to Rust. That one's deflected off the end glass as he tries to throw it in front. Evan Rodriguez comes in, makes a good play, but then gets the puck stolen as he was trying to go back to the point with it. That is going to do it. Power play comes to an end. The Rangers kill it off, and we remain scoreless here in period 1. New York now in the offensive zone. Trying to get some offense going on their part. As that one's off the skate of Heinen and cleared. Here comes Danton Heinen back the other way. Pass in front, shot. Bluger gets stopped there by Shesterkin. Huge save as it's played now. Pittsburgh setting back up in the attacking end. Working this one around out to the point. Chipped over to Chad Ruhwedel. Ruhwedel off a stick. And that's stolen now by the Rangers. They'll carry it out of the zone. It's Lafreniere. Backhands it into the offensive end and will chase after it. Aaron, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. 66, welcome into the stream. Good to see you in the chat. Vernon, welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Awesome to have you here. 0-0 game to start so far between the Rangers and the Pens. 13:20 to go in the first period. Still early in this one as that one's dumped in deep. And it's going to be an icing call against New York. We'll get an ozone face-off coming up for the Pittsburgh Penguins here. 0 for 1 on the power play. Rangers had a good kill. But Pittsburgh getting the puck back here in the offensive zone. Or at least the faceoff will be in the offensive zone. But it's won back defensively by New York. And Kreider's able to chip it out. Played back now by Friedman in the corner. Pressure coming from New York here. On the forecheck. Chipped up the wall over the red line. Into the offensive end. And not able to keep it there is Pittsburgh as the Rangers clear that one off glass and out to the neutral zone. Past Marcus Pettersson. Back the other way, Malkin chips it through, trying to find Gensel. Malkin then runs over Jacob Trouba, but the Rangers come away with the puck. Rangers up ice now into the offensive zone. Angelo with a good hit. Miller tries to send it deep, but the Pens get back. Played up now, Brian Boyle. And that one goes off the back of a Penguins player. They got to get back on sides. Trouba takes it behind the net now, and we get a whistle. It finally gets blown dead for this offside as Angelo never came back out of the zone. And we've got 12.5 to go in the first period. Scoreless start. Rangers and Penguins. Rivalry game, divisional matchup. Teams right next to each other in the standings. And it's kind of been a back and forth start. I think, we've got pretty even shots on goal. I think it's like, it was 4-3 Rangers. It may have updated there. Not entirely sure. It might still be, yeah, it's still 4-3 Rangers. But Pittsburgh did have a power play and was unsuccessful on that one. Rangers killed it off to keep us scoreless. BC Transportation, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. We have gone to commercial break. First commercial break of this period here, first period action, and waiting for things to ramp up a little bit. It's been kind of a measured start. I think, as this game goes along, things are going to heat up and ramp up a little bit, but appreciate everybody being here. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Please don't forget, it really means a lot if you can hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. Just trying to grow a hockey community where everybody can come together, have fun, and talk hockey. This very well could be a first-round playoff matchup. I think it's going to be. I think this is going to be the 2-3 matchup in the Metro Division in the playoffs this year. And I'm all for it. I want to see these two teams play a playoff series. This has been this is always fun every time these teams play. And obviously there's quite a, good divisional history between them as well. They've been division rivals for a long time. Dirt Bike and Hockey, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. And neutral zone draw there. One back by the Penguins. That one gets knocked to the corner by Shesterkin. Fox gets pressured by the forecheck here. Pens come away with it. Working it behind the net. Trying to set up the attack here. Puck squirts into the middle. Back the other way now. Here comes New York up ice. Into the offensive zone. Chip deep there. Andrew Kopp goes after it. He takes a hit from Letang, but it pops out in front, and the Penguins are able to get it out of the zone. Here's Pittsburgh now over the red line. It's Rodriguez into the offensive end. Norm, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Good to see you in the chat. Backhanded in there by the Pens as we tick down under 12 minutes to go here in the first. Ryan Lindgren will hold it behind the net while he waits for a breakout to emerge. Good pass up the boards here to Miller. Into the middle. Here's Filipino with speed around Matheson. Driving in, and Gerry makes the save. And then everybody goes piling into the net. And the net comes off, and we get a whistle. And there was like 3 bodies in the crease there. Hito got behind Matheson, drove the net, and then Lafreniere got shoved into the crease by Angelo, and the net comes flying off the pegs there. Big save, though, by Gerry. And that is going to keep this game scoreless. But very, very nice speed there from Filipino, getting by the D, getting a good opportunity. But Gerry's able to make the save. This is an ESPN Plus game. This is only available on ESPN Plus and Hulu. Jem, what is going on? Welcome in. Excited for this game tonight. Thank you so much for coming by. Good to see you in the chat as this face-off goes out to the neutral zone after the net gets knocked off. Rangers dump it right back in, though, after a face-off win by Barclay Goodrow. Taking it around now. Trying to find it behind the net. Send in front. That one doesn't get through cleanly, and the Penguins take it, and they'll dump it the other way. Rimmed around the boards past Shesterkin. Trouba tries to chip it up. Gets kept in, though, again by Pittsburgh. Down in the corner here, pressuring it. Trying to find it now is Bluger. Back to the blue line. Pettersson sends it right back to Bluger. Good forechecking pressure there. Chance in front now. Heinen and Shesterkin moves across with the pad and keeps that one out. Good chance there for Pittsburgh, but not able to finish was Dan Heinen. Rangers come back the other way. Trying to get it down deep now in the offensive zone. Good forechecking pressure. Back to the blue line. Moved over here. Adam Fox backhands it in front. That's deflected on goal, and a nice save there from Gerry again. I think it was Dryden Hunt that got a piece of that in front. Gerry gets the pad on it. Moved up now. 10:20 to go in the first. That's cleared all the way down by Pittsburgh, but it's going to be icing. And we'll get a whistle here in an ozone faceoff coming up now for the Rangers. I'd have to look that up, 66. I have no idea. Let's see what Google says. About 9 hours. It's about a 9-hour drive to go from Toronto to Boston. 10:15 to go here in the first. Offensive zone faceoff coming up here for New York. Mott's going to come in to take it. Long shot in there, down in the corner. Chips it to the middle. Rangers steal it back. Long shot there. And that one gets covered up by Gerry as he grabs it with the glove. Exactly 10 minutes to go here in the first. I mean, I don't have any connections or anything, 66. I mean, you could certainly buy tickets, yes, but I don't have any sort of like special connections in Boston or anything. Ripped up the boards there. That one gets taken out. Good step up by Lindgren at the red line. Rangers back now, regrouping in their own zone. It's Adam Fox with the puck. Down in the corner. Backhanded up here to Kreider. Kreider's going to bring it out of the zone. Pass to the middle for Zibanejad. Ripped up the boards here. Vetrano keeps it in. Wraps this one around. 9:35 now remaining here in the first period. Past the halfway point of the opening period. And another long shot in that Gerry's able to get a piece of. And he covers that again here, 9:28 to go. It will be another offensive zone faceoff for New York, who now lead 8-5 in shots on goal. But we're gonna go to our second commercial break here. Yeah, no, there's no privilege for me, Richard. I don't know anybody in the organization or anything like that. So the Boston Bruins don't know that I exist. So upcoming stream schedule is in the chat. Obviously, it's, the same as it's been. I haven't added anything new to it, but we got through next week, figured out as far as which games I'm going to be doing. So if you guys want to know what's coming up on the channel, there you have it. Next game after this one is going to be the Bruins versus Capitals on Sunday afternoon. That is a TNT game at 1:30 on Sunday. And then, let's see, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. Carolina, New York, Seattle, Winnipeg, and then Minnesota, Dallas. There might be 66, like, outside of the building before the game. There's usually people around trying to get rid of tickets sometimes. I've seen them there before. No guarantees, but... Hey, Baby Spraps, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, I got you, Richard. Yeah, no privilege for me. But welcome in. Appreciate you coming by. Johnny, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. This has been coming for the New York Rangers, Johnny. I mean, this has been we knew this was going to be one of the best young teams going into the year. I actually predicted the Rangers to finish in the top 3 in the Metro this season, and it certainly looks like they are going to do that. This is one of the best young teams in the NHL, and I do not think that they're guaranteed to be a first-round exit. I think if Shesterkin can play like the Vezina caliber goalie that he is, I think there's a good chance the Rangers could put on some type of run in the postseason. As that one is won back here by Pittsburgh. This Rangers team is dangerous. As they send it down the half wall there, Trouba gets tripped up. And that's going to be a tripping penalty here against Pittsburgh. It's going to be an offensive zone, or it's going to be an offensive zone faceoff and a power play coming up here for the Rangers. They'll get their first crack at the man advantage for today as Ricard Raquel heads off to the penalty box for the Penguins. He got the stick in the skates and also the leg. The stick and the leg in the skates of Jacob Trouba there. And that's a pretty easy tripping call right in front of the referee. Bodan, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for stopping in. Power play now for New York. Pittsburgh's 0 for 1 on their power play opportunity. We'll see if the Rangers can take advantage of theirs. They have the second best power play in the NHL at 26.8%. However, the Penguins happen to have the second best penalty kill in the NHL as well. So very good special teams battle here between the Rangers power play and the Penguins penalty kill. Also, Chris Kreider has the most power play goals in the NHL with 25. So, Kreider is absolutely deadly on the power play. We get offsides against the Rangers. 8:59 to go now in the first. So, neutral zone faceoff coming up here. Still 1:41 to go on the man advantage. Eddie, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Yes, Baby Spraps. Yes, Sunday afternoon, Bruins versus Capitals, 1:30 p.m. afternoon game. Brought up now, New York into the offensive zone. Rimmed around the net here. Played by Kreider back the other way. Dumoulin trying to knock it down. And that one comes out to Rust in front. He's going to backhand it out and clear there for the Penguins. Good penalty kill so far for Pittsburgh. 8.5 now to go in the first period. 1:10 left on the power play. Pens send it all the way down. Bodan, I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Randy, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching. Micah, welcome into the stream. Good to have you as always. Penguins clear that one again. Rangers not getting anything going on this power play. So it looks like penalty kills are off to better starts than power plays are so far in this game. Trying to take it up now. Back through the neutral zone, cleared again. Only 25 seconds to go now on the Rangers power play. Trouba trying to carry it out of the zone. He passes it up to Lafreniere into the offensive end. He gets knocked down by Ruhwedel. And that's going to be taken now by Boyle to the blue line, but not out. Rangers keep this one in. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Pittsburgh's almost killed it off. Out to the blue line there, and that one is poked out of the zone. Final 5 seconds remaining now on the man advantage, as it now is going to come to an end. Full strength now, both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. We remain scoreless. Pittsburgh with it up through the neutral zone. Down in the corner now, Pittsburgh in on the forecheck, trying to take this one. Back cleared, though, by the Rangers. They'll chase after it all the way up ice. Matheson plays it to Pettersson. Back to Mike Matheson. He goes D to D again. It's up the boards now, finally out of the zone. Absolutely cannot wait for playoff hockey. So ready for the playoffs to start. Tristan Jarry's in goal for the Penguins, Micah. Not really talked about much anymore, 66, but I always loved him, but he's not really talked about that much anymore. Bruin, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Kirill, welcome in. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. There you go. Congratulations on that, Bodan. Nice. Steeler Nation, what's going on? Welcome in. Pack up the wall now. Chip through the neutral zone. Played here. Patrick Nemeth was it for New York in his own end, being chased by Kasperi Kapanen. We tick under 6 minutes to go in the first. Played up now. That's backhanded deep again by Heinen, but it's taken by the Rangers, and they'll get this one up and out of the zone. Only the red line, though, and the Pens send it back the other way. Both teams fumbling around with it by the blue line. Teddy Bluger too far in front of Kapanen. Chipped by New York. Knocked down there by Braden Schneider. And that one's cleared all the way down. Penguins go back in on the forecheck as Schneider chases to the corner. Taken now by Nemeth. Up and chipped out to the blue line. 5:18 to go here in the first. Panarin regroups back. No real forward motion now finally until Hedl brings it into the offensive end. Here's Philip Hedl. Passes it off to the wing. Setting up now in the attacking zone is New York. Adam Fox works this one down low. Fires one in there. That one blocked down in front. Penguins get to the loose puck, and they'll clear this one out. Rangers have to regroup again. It's Fox in his own zone. Goes D to D with Lindgren. 4:50 now to go here in the first period. Taking it up now. No, Snow is all done for the year, Ikeka, I hope. Hey, that's awesome. Really appreciate that, baby Spraps. That is awesome. Thank you. Glad that you like it. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a big playoffs for Jarry, absolutely. After what happened last year against the Islanders, he definitely needs to redeem himself in the playoffs this year, for sure. This one's cleared out again by Pittsburgh, and Trouba will chase back after it. And that's going to be an icing call here against the Pens with 4:10 to go. Alan, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Rangers will get an offensive zone face-off. Still scoreless here late in period 1. Shots are 8 to 5 in favor of New York. Nobody able to break the ice just yet. Zibanejad to take the draw against Malkin. Both teams have won 6 face-offs. Now the Penguins have won 7 as Malkin wins that one back. It's cleared out of the zone. Trouba regrouping for the Rangers to the red line. Back to their own zone, and they'll try a breakout again. Through the middle, that one's stolen away by Jeff Carter. Here's Pittsburgh into the offensive zone. And a big shot there by Rodriguez. A nice blocker save by Shesterkin. Pens keep it in, though. Raquel with a shot. That's deflected up high off glass. Trying to chip this one out now. It's taken by Miller. Chip to the middle. Pass Vetrano, but Rangers get it to the neutral zone and we'll get a line change. Right back into the offensive end. Here's Pittsburgh on the attack. It's Boyle leading the way. Ricard Raquel's still out there. Boyle gets knocked down behind the net. Rangers come away with a puck. Here's New York now up ice into the offensive zone. Played away there. Evan Rodriguez comes back the other way into the offensive end. Thrown in there, and that one's gloved down by Shesterkin. And we'll get a whistle with 3:14 to go in the first period. Offensive zone faceoff coming up for the Pittsburgh Penguins, but it will be after this commercial break as we head to our final commercial of period 1. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have you all in the chat. Please don't forget, it really means a lot and helps out the channel a ton if you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams, welcome and wanted here. Just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, have some fun, and enjoy the games. Ottawa is one of the youngest teams, but I don't know if they're the youngest. I'd have to look at, like, average age. But, they are one of the youngest teams. They've got a lot of real young players on that roster. I don't really have a rooting interest in this one. I'm just hoping for a great hockey game and hoping that these teams play each other in the playoffs because I really want to see this series. Toxic Gamer, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get that hype in the chat. And welcome Toxic Gamer to the channel. New subscriber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Probably not Bodan, but I mean, you never know. But I think it's kind of a surprise that they're in the playoffs at all. Never mind, you know, if they make some sort of run, then it would really be a big surprise. They've had a really good year this year. I just think it's going to be tough to... I mean, maybe they could get to the second round. I don't see them going beyond that, most likely, though. I don't think they're going to get past second round. Kilo, what's going on? Welcome in. Aiden, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to see everybody in the chat tonight. We got a lot early in this one. Thank you all so much. We're coming back from the final commercial break now of period 1. 3:14 left. It's going to be an offensive zone face-off for the Penguins as we still look for our first goal of this game. And Brian Boyle wins that back for the Pens. They go D to Letang. Letang with a shot on goal. That one blocked on the way through. Tyler Mott gets to it, but then he's hit along the boards. Finally now able to chip the puck out away from Angelo. Pens send it right back in, though. Behind the net. Shesterkin rims it up the glass. Pens keep it in again. This time it's finally chipped up and out. Rangers through the neutral zone. Trying to dump it in the other way. Good job, though, by Pittsburgh getting it right back out. Here's Boyle at one-on-one into the offensive end. He dumps it deep. Rangers get back. Shesterkin leaves it for Nemeth behind the net. 2:35 remaining in the first period. New York now looking for a breakout play. Nemeth just holds behind the net and is looking for something to open up. Sends it up the boards. Gets it to his D partner, Schneider. Out to the neutral zone. Rangers trying to maintain clean possession, though. And now it's dumped into the offensive end as Hida will chase after it. Sent out high here. Lindgren long shot. That deflects up off glass. Good job getting a piece of it in front. Penguins trying not to let much through to the goaltender. Corner now, it's Barclay Goodrow. Rims it down low. Hito gets knocked down by Matheson. Penguins trying to get this puck out, but they can't. Second chance now they do. Chip to the neutral zone. Rangers get possession back. They'll look to re-enter. Dump to the sideboards here. Pens send that one right back out with 1:42 to go now in the first period. Moved up now into the offensive end. Here's a chance driving the net. Pass in front. That one doesn't get through to Strome. Good opportunity there, but Kopp couldn't get it through to Strome. Friedman with a hit behind the net. Now Pettersson chases after it. Rangers keep it in at the blue line. Long shot there goes wide. Dex, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. It is on ESPN Plus. This is an ESPN Plus game as Jeff Carter brings it into the offensive end. Shot there. Shesterkin makes the save. Panarin gets to the puck. Passes it up now into the offensive zone. Played over now. Taken by Kopp. He shoots one in. Nice stop by Jarry. Played now to the middle. Penguins lofted out of the zone. Lingering will chase. He'll regroup at his own end. Through the neutral zone and back into the Pittsburgh's end of the ice as they'll carry it back out now. Letang, backhand, not able to get it deep. Heinen will try now. Feeds it through to Kapanen. Kapanen throws one in on Shesterkin. He blocks away. 30 seconds to go now in the first as the Rangers come back up ice. And they get stood up at the red line. Trying it again. Here's Adam Fox. This time he gets it into the offensive zone. Pens get possession right back, though, and clear. Roblox games. What's going on? Welcome in. Nothing yet, Randy. But intermission. I'll grab something. There's a shot here from Kreider. That's up high off glass. Final 5 seconds now of the first. Rangers, maybe time for one last shot. Here's a chance. That one just ripped wide of Gerry, and the horn sounds. And we are going to go to the intermission 0-0. And a fast-moving first period here between the Rangers and Penguins. Not a lot of whistles. We go to the intermission here scoreless, but both teams had plenty of opportunities. Goalies are making the saves, though, and we'll have some time now to hang out and chill in the chat while we wait for period number 2 to begin. Jeff, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. So that was a very fast-moving first period as we get now to the first intermission. Isaiah, good to see you in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. We'll have some time now to hang out and chill while we wait for this second to begin. Really, really, really appreciate you guys being here. Please don't forget, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL. Fans of all teams, welcome and wanted. And this has been a very tight start to this game, which is expected between this is a very tight game, as you would expect, between two teams so close in the standings, and probably going to be a playoff matchup in the first round. Radio Free, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Water King, good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Awesome to have you here. So, all right, we're gonna hear a word from a sponsor here real quick while we head to the intermission, and then I'll be right back. We'll get a drink cracked, and we'll get ready to go here for the rest of the intermission and the rest of the game. Thank you guys again all so much for the support. Here's a quick word from Scorecheck, a channel sponsor, and I'll be right back here in a couple of minutes. Hey everybody, I'm here to talk to you today about Scorecheck, which is a completely free Google Chrome extension that allows you to look at NHL scores and standings at any time without leaving your current web page. Scorecheck was created by channel subscriber Scott, who's in the chat is Smack OG, and Scott is the same software developer who created my automatically updating score ticker that I now use during streams. I'm trying to help Scott get some more users of his Scorecheck extension. So if this is something that you guys might be interested in, please check out the link in the description. Again, it's completely free to use. Just takes you to where you can add it to your Google Chrome. And I use it myself. You can look at scores and schedule for today. You can look at scores from yesterday. You can look at the schedule for tomorrow in the NHL. And you can also look at the standings, both by division and by wildcard standings, and where the playoff cut line is right then in the NHL. So it's a really cool product. It's a really awesome Google Chrome extension that makes it really, really easy to check NHL scores and standings. Again, obviously, if you're watching this, you're probably a hockey fan. Please check out the link down in the description. If you use Google Chrome, it'll definitely help make your life easier. Thanks, guys, and now back to the regular video. All right, we are back, everybody. And a big thank you to Scorecheck and for their Scott's support of the channel. Really, really appreciate it. It's time to crack this bad boy. We got a rolling rock ready to go. Hopefully we can get a good crack on it. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. I hope you could hear that through the mic. Cheers in the chat, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Here's to a great hockey game, a great stream. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and we'll hopefully have a really fun rest of the game here. So cheers, everyone. I'm definitely thinking the under in this game, Nathaniel. It's going to be a very close game. I mean, I don't know who's going to win. This is going to be a very close game, but definitely leaning towards the under for sure. Sandy, what's going on? Welcome in. There's so many contenders for the cup this year that you'll find out when I do my playoff predictions. It's literally pointless to try and guess a team now. Grady, what's going on? Bear, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, Vernon's got the Stanley Cup prediction there. A team from the East versus a team from the West. That's gonna be what that's probably gonna be what it is, Vernon. Yes. I don't know, Jeff, what games are going to be on what channels in the playoffs. That all remains to be seen. I don't know what the television schedule for the playoffs are going to look like. Yeah, this is a huge game for the Kings, Grady, against the Oilers tonight. Massive, massive game. Pro Hockey, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I have no idea who's going to win this game. It's completely it's a complete coin flip. I hate playoff prediction videos. I hate all of my prediction videos in general. I hate doing them. I hate how they come out. I hate my predictions. They're never right. The only reason I do them is because you know, if you do content, you have to do them, but I hate predictions. I think there's no way of knowing. You might as well just flip a coin and just go with whatever the coin says, and you'll probably end up with better picks from the coin flips than you would actually making your own. See you later, Micah. Michelle, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Grady thinks Penn's 3-2 in overtime. So we are scoreless here after the first period, still 0-0. This is the fourth and final meeting of the regular season between these two teams. The Rangers have won 2 of the first 3 games. Penguins trying to even the season series up with a win here in this one. But I feel like this probably isn't going to be the last time that these teams play this year. Even though it's the last game of the regular season between these two, I have a pretty good feeling this is going to be a playoff matchup. And I think we're going to be seeing more Penguins versus Rangers come May. Joshua, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. I'm probably going to be picking Florida a lot in the playoffs this year. James says he thinks the Rangers are going to win 2-1. No Sid for the Penguins tonight. Yeah, no, Crosby's not in the lineup. He's out sick. Ollie, what's going on? Welcome in. Penguins have not won a playoff series since 2018, Dex. So, the Penguins have lost in the first round the last 3 playoffs. I mean, Preds lead 1-0 after 1. Thank you for the update, John. Predators need that game for sure. Oh, Panthers have been very, very good this year, Water King. That team scores so many goals. Yeah, no, all they've said about Crosby is that he has a non-COVID related illness and is not playing tonight. Also, John Marino is out of the lineup as well. Water King thinks the Rangers win and wants the Rangers to win. It is the first intermission. We are at the end of the first period. Yeah, Avs versus Hurricanes. Like people keep asking, Stanley Cup, Stanley Cup, Stanley Cup. One, I have absolutely no idea, but just to give them a random answer, I've been saying Avalanche versus Hurricanes, but that, I'm just pulling that out of my ass. But that I've been saying Avs Hurricanes, but I have no idea what's actually going to happen come playoff time. I mean, those teams could get knocked out in the first round. Who knows? It's the NHL playoffs. Like, anything weird stuff happens every single year. Haven't really heard any updates on him. Haven't really heard any updates on Capo Caco. So I'm not sure when he's gonna be coming back. Plus 1.5 means not lose by 266. Minus 1.5 means win by at least 2. Plus 1.5 means just lose by less than, just don't lose by 2 or more. You can still lose a 1-goal game and you still win the bet. Or obviously if they win the game outright, then that wins as well. But yeah, that's not lose by 2. Yeah, goaltending was very good early in that first period, Richard. Very, very good. Both goalies looked sharp. Yeah, 2019 was a pretty crazy year, Vernon. The playoffs in 2019 were pretty wild. There were upsets throughout those playoffs that were like, wow. Okay. I mean, there was a lot of craziness that happened that year. I remember those playoffs pretty well. I mean, the channel was very small back then. I remember streaming games during those playoffs. Like, I didn't stream every night like I do now in the playoffs, but I would stream like 2 or 3 games a week, and it was nuts how like so many of those early series ended in upsets. He is the Calder favorite right now, John. He is the betting favorite for the Calder. Well, the Avalanche cannot face any team from the Western Conference in the Stanley Cup Finals, Grady. So they can't play the Wild, Flames, Kings, Oilers, Blues. They can't face a Western Conference team in the finals. The finals is East versus West. 2019 playoffs, I probably had like maybe like 500 subs, Joshua. I would say probably around 500. This is a prime candidate for an overtime game, Richard. Yes, it is. Especially with the way that the goalies played in that first period. Very sharp. Yes, Jarry's in net for Pittsburgh, and Shesterkin is in goal for the Rangers. Both of them played very well in the first period. Maybe Dex, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't be overly surprised. This is about as evenly matched of a matchup as you can get. I mean, look at where these teams have been neck and neck in the standings all season long. So I certainly wouldn't be surprised. Favorite Original Six matchup I've ever watched? Game 7 of the Bruins-Canadiens Game 7 in 2011, Water King. Yeah, he's playing well tonight, Pro Hockey. He had a very good first period. I think shots ended up being pretty equal at both ends. Yeah, 10 shots for the Rangers, 9 shots for the Penguins, and the goalie stopped them all. So. Yeah, the two. Yeah, there's the Western Conference Final determines who goes to the Stanley Cup from the West, and then the Eastern Conference Final determines who goes to the Stanley Cup from the East. And then the best of the West and the best of the East play against each other in the finals. Might be another couple years before you can get that, Kilo. I mean, the Red Wings have obviously shown a lot of signs of improvement, and they've certainly, they're certainly a young, talented team coming out of a rebuild, but they're not at playoff level yet. I think one of the biggest things with the Red Wings is that they need to figure out their goaltending situation long term. Like, what's going to be their long-term plan and goal? Oh, jeez. And they're down by 2 right now, 66? That's not even worth betting. That's literally too big of a risk for that little of a payout. Minus 265 is not a very big payout, so that's not even worth the risk. Yeah, Kings had a great run in 2014. They had a really, really good one in 2012 as well. As we're going to be starting the second period here, we're back from the intermission, and we're getting ready to drop the puck now in period number 2. We'll see if either team can break the scoring here in the middle frame. Nobody scored in the first. That might change here in the next 20 minutes. He's definitely up there, Richard. I think Charlie McAvoy also has a really good case for Bruins' most important player this year. I mean, he's literally been the absolute anchor of that defense, and without him, Boston is not a playoff team without Charlie McAvoy. Avi, what is going on, man? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. It is great to see you in the chat. Hope you're having fun at the Frozen Four, dude. We're getting ready to drop the puck here in the second period. And that one is won back now by the Rangers as we start the middle frame. Taken now through the neutral zone. Pens dump it the other way. It's Gensel chasing after it on the forecheck. Shesterkin plays it to Fox. New York looking to get it out of their zone. Long pass up here into the offensive end. Trying to thread that one through for Kreider. And that one rolls in on Gerry. Rebound chance. And they score! Frank Vatrano from in front of the post is able to get it by Gerry. And just a few seconds into the second, it's 1-0 Rangers as they take the lead. And Frank Vatrano finds that puck over on the side of the net and is able to put that one inside the post and by the Penguins goaltender. And we get our first goal of the game here. Not even 30 seconds into the second period, and the Rangers go up 1-0. As they strike first against their division rival. And we are just 24 seconds into the second period. Red Rubber, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. It's awesome to see you in the chat. Really, really appreciate it. Back underway now. Puck in the neutral zone. Penguins have it. Into the offensive zone. Down in the corner here. Penguins trying to answer right after that goal. 16th goal of the season for Vatrano. Good shot in there from Pittsburgh, but it's blocked away by Shesterkin. Ends up back in front. Rangers get to it, and they'll clear it out. James, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome to have you in the chat. Back the other way now. It's a 2-on-1 for Pittsburgh. Carter, drop pass. Now the Rangers get back. Raquel with a shot. That one ends up on front of the net. Chance here again. Shot. That one's blocked wide to the corner. Matheson finds it. Looking to work this one out in front again. Penguins on the attack in the offensive zone. Looking to answer after giving up the first goal. Pass stolen here, though, by Ryan Strome. Then it's taken back by Kapanen. Kapanen top of the circle. Fires one in that doesn't get through to the goal. Back out now, and Panarin's going to chip that out of the zone. Friedman goes back to get it for Pittsburgh here. Dumped back into the New York end. That one's sent around by Danton Heinen. Played in the corner by Bluger. Back to the point. Long shot. Knocked down in front. Ends up on the sideboards. Pettersson pinches to keep it in. Rangers chip it out on the other side and goes back to the neutral zone for the Penguins to regroup. Now they're in their own end, but they pass it up through everybody. Taken back by Patrick Nemeth now. He'll go D-to-D with Braden Schneider. Just over 2 minutes into the second period. Over the red line now. That one gets cross-corner dumped. Rangers go in on the forecheck. Big hit down in the corner there by Goodrow. But the Pens get it out. They come back the other way. It's Brian Boyle into the offensive zone. He gets hit there by Schneider. Angelo comes in, trying to take the puck down low. All three forwards for Pittsburgh there. Hard forechecking pressure. Micah, welcome back. Taken around now. Rangers send that one up, and that one's cleared out. Pens gain possession in their own end. Letang passes that one up. Now Boyle gets it back. Can't get it by the Fox at the red line. Rangers take it into the offensive zone. Stolen on the back check. Pens come the other way. Sent down low behind the net. Rangers clear it back out. Here's Pittsburgh now. Malkin sends it across corner, trying to find Brian Rust. He throws it in front, but Gensel can't get a stick on it. Matheson keeps it in the offensive zone. Penn's looking to tie the game. Big stop there by Shesterkin on Matheson. Gets it right back, though. Penn still on the attack. Into the middle, here's Ruhwedel. Chad Ruhwedel with it. He throws one just wide, blocker side. Rangers chip it out of the zone. They need a line change. They'll get at least a partial one. Looks like everybody's going to get off as Ruhwedel goes back to get it. Taken down now. Thrown in front there. Doesn't get through. Rangers play it to the corner, and Keandre Miller will dump it out of the zone. Strome now into the offensive end. Trying to get it away from Rodriguez. Puck's down in the corner. Kopp comes in to help. Played now out back to the blue line. Here's a chance for Miller. Long shot blocked on the way through. Chance again now. Second opportunity. Panarin can't get it on goal. Played down low now behind the net. Up the boards it goes. Taken here. Trouba goes D-to-D with it. Rangers setting up in the offensive zone. Dallas plays tonight against Toronto, Micah. All right, see you later, Grady. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. Rangers regrouping now in their own end. They'll get a fresh line on the ice. Penguins do as well. Here comes the Carter line. Into the offensive zone, Tyler Mott chasing for New York. He gets hammered down in the end boards. Kept in by Schneider. Jay, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Awesome to have you in the chat. Penguins clear this one out to neutral ice and will backhand it in. Forechecking pressure coming from Teddy Bluger. Gets some help from Kapanen as well as that's sent back to the blue line. Dumoulin keeps it in. Juan, what is going on? Welcome. Thanks for coming by. Good to have you in the chat. Really appreciate it. Rick, what's going on? Good to see you here. Really appreciate it. I haven't really noticed that, Rick, but I'll pay closer attention to it now on the board battles and see how they look like. But I haven't really noticed anything as far as one team, like, dominating the other. We're just over 5 minutes into the second period here. And that one's shot right off the draw, goes wide. Rangers have it. Can't get it out of the zone, though. Gensel keeps it in. Good play. Now Malkin back to Gensel. Penn still on the attack in the offensive zone. Behind the net to Malkin. Walks out. That shot gets blocked. Taken back now. Rangers into the offensive zone. It's Fox with a long shot. That one's knocked down in front by Dumoulin. Penguins take the puck and they clear that one out. 14:20 now to go here in the second. Gensel back into the offensive end. Malkin will chase on the forecheck as it's dumped deep behind the goal. Played here by Adam Fox. He lofts that one out to the neutral zone. Pens have to chase. I do not think Vegas makes the playoffs, Micah. No, I do not think Vegas makes the playoffs. Behind the net now. Taken away there. Worked up now through the neutral zone. Rangers into the offensive end. Here's Lafreniere with a shot that goes wide. Off the end boards. Both teams trying to find it. Pittsburgh comes away with it. And that one's cleared out again to the neutral zone. Matthew, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Good to have you in the chat. New York back on the attack now. Offensive end looking to extend the lead to 2. There's 13.5 to go here in the second period. Thrown in there now. That one gets gloved down by Gerry, and he'll grab that. We'll get a whistle with 13:23 remaining. And it will be an offensive zone faceoff coming up for New York when we come back from our first commercial break of period number 2. Yeah, Oilers are going to make the playoffs. Yes. They're sitting in a very good spot right now. I don't know. My guess is the Lightning, Matthew, but it could be the Bruins, it could be the Lightning. I mean, it's almost virtually a tie in the standings, so it's whatever. Either way, it's close. Except for the last game he played in pro hockey. Fleury got lit up earlier this week by Nashville. But, yeah, I mean, going into that, he had been playing very, very good. But then Nashville the other night did a number on him. So we're at commercial break here. Second period action. Rangers have taken the 1-0 lead on a goal from Frank Vetrano. The only goal of the game so far. And appreciate everybody being here. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL. Fans of all teams welcome and wanted here. Just trying to grow a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy the game, and have some fun. No, if the playoffs started right now, it would be LA versus Edmonton. It would be the Kings versus Oilers as the 2-3 matchup in the Pacific Division as for round number 1. I think the Predators are probably going to be the wild card 1 team in the West, Randy, which means they're probably going to be playing Calgary in the first round. Malika, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. We're back from commercial break. Pittsburgh's into the offensive zone. Good stop there by Shesterkin on Rodriguez. Back the other way. Rangers into the offensive end. It goes off a stick, though, and Matheson takes it back. Penguins clear it out. Up the boards it goes now. Raquel pass into the middle. Here's a chance. Carter around the goal. Pass in front. Doesn't get through cleanly. And that clears itself back out to the neutral zone. 12:40 now. Played here in the to go in the second period. Just about 7.5 minutes in. Brian, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. It's going to be a tough game, Matthew, definitely not going to be easy. I think Leafs probably just are able to outscore Dallas because Dallas doesn't really have a high-powered offense. I think the Leafs will be able to outscore Dallas and probably win, but that's going to be a tough game. Dallas plays very good defensively, though, so they counterbalance not scoring a whole lot of goals by trying to play really tight, stifling D. It's going to be a matchup of very different styles, that's for sure. But I think the Leafs have a lot of firepower that's really hard to try and keep shut down. As that one's rimmed up the boards by Mark Friedman. Penguins trying to clear here. They can't. Now here's New York. Working this one in front. Not able to pull it through was Brodzinski. Back the other way. Up ice it goes. Dumped in by Pittsburgh. Shesterkin comes out to play it. Rims it off the glass. Up the boards it goes. And out of the zone as the help from the wing clears there for New York. Pens have to chase to their own end again. We're closing in now on the halfway mark of this game as we tick below 12 minutes to go in the second. Long pass up does not connect, and the Rangers will take possession. New York goes D to D with it. Yeah, Blues Wild could be 2-3 matchup in the Central for the first round. Absolutely, Avatar. As this one's moved by New York here. Schneider fumbles around the puck. Can't get it by Rust. Brian Rust now gets it to Malkin in front for Gensel. And that one's just sent to the sideboards where the Rangers can clear. And back out it goes. Frank Vetrano has the goalie, Keika. Frank Vetrano for New York. As Schneider now trying to pass this one up. It's stolen back by Malkin. In front there. Penguins trying to get a shot. Can't get it off. Played around now, back out here to Dumoulin. Deflected on the way through, wide of Shesterkin. Down in the corner now, lofted up over everybody. 10:35 to go in the second. That's iced by New York if it reaches, and it does. And we'll get a stoppage here with 10:32 remaining in the second period. Offensive zone faceoff for the Penguins coming up after the Rangers ice it. Oh, there will definitely be upsets, Juan. I can't remember a playoffs where there weren't at least a few upsets. So, yeah, I'm certainly expecting some. I watched a little bit today, James. Not a whole lot, but I watched a little bit today. Shesterkin grabs that on a shot from far out, right off of the faceoff. Malkin is playing Ikeika. Yes, he's there for Pittsburgh. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you enjoy the streams and happy to have you here. Glad that you like them. As there'll be another offensive zone faceoff now for the Penguins. And New York's going to win that one back defensively. Trouba will try and break it out. 10:20 left here in the period. Up into the offensive zone. Here's a chance now for New York. Pass to Panarin in the middle. Backhand shot. And Panarin scores! It's a 2-0 lead for New York. as Artemi Panarin with a beautiful backhander. And they double the lead to 2. Let's get that new sub hype in the chat as well for Juan, new subscriber to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get that hype in the chat and a warm welcome. Awesome to have you here. And Panarin makes it 2-0 Rangers. A great opportunity there, cutting to the middle on the backhand and putting it home. And with 10:13 to go in the second, it is a 2-goal lead now for New York. My pick is Igor Shesterkin, Matthew. Thrown in there. That one gets gloved down by Gerry. And he's just going to settle things here with 9:57 remaining in the second. It will be an offensive zone face-off for the New York Rangers. When we come back from this commercial break, they have just extended the lead to 2. Artemi Panarin scores a beautiful backhand goal. And that makes it a 2-0 lead. No Crosby tonight for Pittsburgh. No, he is out with a non-COVID illness. And they definitely are missing Sidney Crosby. We head to another commercial break here. Second period action just past the halfway point of this game. Rangers trying to win 3 out of the 4 games this regular season against Pittsburgh. They've won 2 out of 3 so far. This is the last game of the regular season between these two. And New York could finish with 3 out of 4 against Pittsburgh this year. Hey, there you go, Rick. That is awesome. That is awesome. I hope you have a great time. Dropping my upcoming stream schedule in the chat as well, so you guys can know what's coming up on the channel. Got next week's games on there. Next week is going to be a little bit lighter of a week. I'm only doing 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. Yeah, that's just the way that the schedule worked out and the way that my schedule worked out with everything. So it's going to be a little bit lighter of a week, but we still got 3 fun games coming up for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. No, they would tie Carolina in points, Richard. It would just be Carolina has a game in hand. But the Rangers would tie Carolina in points if they were to if they were to win tonight and the Hurricanes were to lose. Yeah, Sunday's going to be a lot of fun. Sunday is going to be a lot of fun. Offensive zone face-off here. And that one is rimmed up the boards by Pittsburgh, trying to get this one out. They send chasing after it is Blueger now into the offensive zone. Up now to Barclay Goodrow. Rangers will get it out of their end. They chip it back to the neutral zone. Pens dump it back in, but they got to tag up to get on sides. Good hit there on Adam Fox by Teddy Blueger, but the Rangers maintain possession of the puck. Breakout attempt now in through the middle, back up to the wall where Goodrow plays it, then sends it back to his defenseman. 9:15 to go here in the second. All the way down now. Trouba will chase back after it, take the puck behind his own net, and try and start the breakout. Rangers in control here with 8:50 to go in the second period. That one's up to neutral ice. Penguins knock it down and come the other way. Into the offensive zone. Here's Evgeny Malkin, poked away from him by K'Andre Miller. Good defense from New York. And now the Rangers with a chance to clear. They get it back to the neutral zone. Dumoulin now the other way into the offensive end. High off glass. Chips it deep to the corner. Malkin goes in on the forecheck. Up the boards it goes now. Rangers chip it out. Here's Johnny Brodzinski. It's a 2-on-1 for the Rangers. Into the offensive end. Good defensive play, though, from the Penguins. They they take away any pass into the middle possibility, and New York doesn't even really get that good of a chance out of it. Taken now, dumped all the way in by the Rangers. That's going to be icing as nobody gets a piece of it. And we'll get a stoppage here with 7:57 left. Second period action, Rangers with a 2-0 lead. And we're going to have an offensive zone draw now for Pittsburgh, trying to get themselves on the board and get this back to a one-goal game. Face-off, one back by New York. Trouba takes it, passes up to Vetrano. Vetrano passes it out of the zone. Chasing after, it's going to be icing again, though, as Kreider can't win the race. And the Rangers back-to-back icings here. Another ozone draw for Pittsburgh coming up. This time with 8 less seconds on the clock. Cleared again by New York. Right off of that face-off, they're able to get it out of their zone. Matheson has to regroup for the Pens. Neutral zone now, both teams playing hot potato with it. Finally, the Rangers get it to the red line and dump it in. High off glass. Down in the corner, up the boards it goes. Pittsburgh out through the neutral zone, into the offensive end. Here's Evan Rodriguez. Spin around shot, gets blocked down by the Rangers. Now it's in the corner. New York's going to be first to it. Adam Fox gets hit there by Carter, but moves the puck. Out of the zone, back to neutral ice. Trying again is Pittsburgh as they dump it back in. 7 minutes to go here in period 2. Shots are 16-15 Rangers, but they lead by 2 on the scoreboard, up 2-0 in this one. Played here now, Pittsburgh trying to change that. Into the offensive end, it's Brian Boyle with the 4th line on the ice. He shoots one wide of the glove hand on Shesterkin. Taken by Strome. Backhanded out of the zone. Cleared up there. Rangers coming the other way now. Panarin, one of the goal scorers for the Rangers. Into the offensive zone. Pass across. Shot from Kopp. That one gets blocked. Hollander with it now. Out of the zone. Over the red line. And he'll dump it in for Pittsburgh. Russell, what is going on? Great to see you in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Penguins trying to work it out of their zone now. It's down in the corner where Danton Heinen is being pressured. Up the boards it goes now. Pittsburgh with a chance. They clear this one to the neutral zone. Kasperi Kapanen sends it in deep. Bluger goes on the forecheck. Good hit there. Now it's sent in front. Down in the corner. Trying to work it up the boards is Nemeth. He can't get it by anybody, though. Now Schneider will try the near side. Panarin lets it chip out over his stick, and the Pens throw it right back in. Line change coming for Pittsburgh, though, as Shesterkin leaves it behind the net for his defenseman. Patrick Nemeth will play it now. Over to Braden Schneider. Up the wall it goes. Deflected into the offensive end. 5.5 remaining in the second. Rimmed around the boards there by the Pens. Brian Rust gets out into the blue line, but not, and out. Back to now to neutral ice. Here come the Pittsburgh Penguins to the red line. Knocked down by New York, not allowing easy zone entry. Played here by Lafreniere into the middle. Pens get it back. Now it's stolen by Barclay Goodrow. Rangers steal it back. Joe, what is going on? Welcome in. Steve, welcome in. Thank you guys for stopping by the chat. Really appreciate it. Blue Collar News, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Blue Collar. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the support. Big Show, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Up ice now, New York into the offensive end. That one's blocked down off a skate. Pens come back the other way. Into the offensive zone. Here's Raquel. Passes it, trying to get it through to Carter. Ends up behind the goal line. Played around now. Pittsburgh down low. It's Rodriguez looking to make a play in front. Trying to jam that one. Big pile of bodies. It squirts out to the corner. Up now the wall it goes. Brodzinski trying to get it out. He can't. And that one's sent all the way down. 4:05 to go here now in the second. Penguins trying to bring it back to the offensive end, but New York doesn't let them maintain possession over the blue line. Now Pittsburgh tries again. Setting up in the offensive zone. Backdoor pass for Blueger. Too high. Doesn't connect. Blueger rims it around the wall here for Kapanen. Kapanen down low back to Blueger. Now he gets it right back in the corner. Spinning away. Rangers try and steal the puck. Rouse Beats. What's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. And ESPN Plus doing its usual ESPN Plus things. As it finally reloads. Good hit there. Steve, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. Everybody, let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Steve. Welcome in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Working it around now. Played here behind the net. Chance in front there. Pittsburgh putting on some pressure. Rangers trying to clear it out. They get it back to the neutral zone. I say Leafs, James, but that'll be a tight game. But I say Leafs. Chance now for Matheson with a shot. Nice blocker save there by Shesterkin. 2:20 to go in the second. Played across here. Top of the circle. Corey, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Pittsburgh, chance after chance. Back out here. Matheson fires one high off glass. Up the wall now. And out in the middle of the ice. Dumped down by the Rangers. And Gerry will quickly send it back up as New York tries to get fresh legs. Here's a chance now. Panarin walks in. Panarin with a shot and Gerry makes the glove save. And we got a whistle there with 1:54 to go in the second. And we're going to head to our final commercial break of this one, of period 2. Still a 2-0 lead here for the Rangers on goals from Vetrano and Panarin here in the second period. And Pittsburgh has not been able to solve Igor Shesterkin just yet. Bob, I want the Kings to win, but I feel like the Oilers are going to. I want the Kings, but I feel like the Oilers are going to win. Toby, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Everybody, let's welcome Toby to the channel. New subscriber, get that hype in the chat. Thank you so much. As we are down to the last couple minutes of period number 2 here. Rangers up by a couple of goals on Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, though, with some good pressure, trying to get a goal on the board and cut this to a 1-goal game. But Shesterkin has kept everything out so far. Luke, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Hopefully, I hope LA wins tonight, but I feel like it's probably going to be the Oilers. Final commercial break now of the second. Flyers go up by 1. Thank you for the update, Joey. We're almost through 40 minutes of this one. It's been a tight game so far. The only difference is the Rangers have been able to find the back of the net. Coming back from the commercial break. I just said Leafs, Victoria. It's going to be an offensive zone face-off here for the Rangers. Barclay Goodrow to take it against Jeff Carter for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Big draw here to the left of Tristan Jarry. And the linesman's going to delay the drop until the wingers get back. And now Goodrow is going to get kicked out of the face-off dot. So Barclay Goodrow out of the dot. And it looks like Philip Heedle's going to come in and take it now. One back there by Hedo. Miller with a chance, and that's a nice glove save on the long shot right off of the face-off there for Miller. Jarry's able to grab it with the glove, and we will just basically redo that same face-off to his left here in the offensive end for New York. Yeah, Luke, I don't watch a ton of baseball, but it's cool that it's back for sure. Now Jeff Carter is going to get kicked out of the face-off dot. So linesman here not making friends with the centers as he kicked out Goodrow the last time. Now he kicks out Carter this time. And Evan Rodriguez has to come in and try and win it, and he does. The Penguins take possession off of the draw. Not out of the zone, though, as it's kept in by the Rangers. Poked away at the last second from Lafreniere, though, and out of the zone comes Pittsburgh. They dump it the other way, in behind Shesterkin. Rimmed around the boards. Penn's going in on the forecheck. Minute and a half to go in the second period. Ricard Raquel against Jacob Trouba. Trouba behind his own net. Going to start the breakout by just carrying it up ice and then passing it off to the wing. To Lafreniere now into the offensive zone. New York back on the attack. Trying to work this one down low. There's a minute 10 remaining here in the second period. Rangers setting up again. It's Adam Fox. He tries to get by Rodriguez, but they do a good job of keeping him to the outside. Played down low now. Letang with a big hit down in the corner. Rangers answer with one on Dumoulin. Then we get another big hit from Ricard Raquel, this time taking down Fox. Dumped back the other way by Pittsburgh. Shesterkin plays it up. Now is Zibanejad into the offensive end. Chance for the Rangers. Poked away by Malkin on the back check from Kreider. Malkin brings it the other way into the offensive zone. Passes this one off for Marcus Pettersson. Back the other way. Here come the Rangers now up ice. 2-on-1 for New York. Now a 3-on-2 into the offensive zone. Diving stick check there for Pittsburgh. And they break up the pass attempt. Trying to take it back now. 13 seconds to go in the second period. Played in front here. Worked up the middle. And Rangers back into the offensive zone. Good hit by Pettersson again on Dryden Hunt. Final seconds now ticking off the clock. Rangers are not going to get one more chance, are they? No, it comes after the horn sounds. Zibanejad thought he had a goal there, but it comes after the horn. And we are at the end of the second period. Rangers with a couple of goals here in the middle frame to put themselves up 2-0 over the Penguins. With 40 minutes of action down, 20 minutes to go, we are headed to the second intermission. And we'll have some time to hang out and chill in the chat now while we wait for period number 2 to begin, or period number 3 to begin, excuse me. Very fast-moving game here tonight. Not a lot of whistles. But the Rangers taking the lead into the third. We'll see if they can hold it or if the Penguins are going to have a big comeback in them. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have you all in the chat. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL. Fans of all teams, welcome and wanted here. Just trying to grow a hockey community where everybody can come together, talk hockey, and have some fun. So we'll have some time now to chat it up during this intermission while we wait for period 3 to begin. Rangers trying to win 3 out of 4 against the Penguins this regular season. Joe, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Dog Zen, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Happy to have you in the chat. Thanks for stopping by. We can check in on some scores from around the NHL here. Predators have a 1-0 lead over the Senators in the second period. Canadians have a 4-2 lead over the Devils in the second period. The Flyers have a 3-1 lead over the Blue Jackets during the second intermission. Buffalo is still leading the Hurricanes 2-0 early in the second period of that one. Coming up at 8:30, we've got Seattle against Chicago. We have Toronto against Dallas. At 10 o'clock, Vancouver against Arizona. And then at 10:30, Edmonton against LA and Calgary against San Jose. So it is a full-on full slate, I should say. It's a full slate of games here tonight on the NHL schedule. So, busy night in the NHL tonight. Panthers versus Avalanche hypothetical final. Oh man. That'd be a dream final. That would be such a fun series. I'd probably lean Avalanche because I feel like Kemper has a better chance of having a huge series in the finals than Bobrovsky. So I would say Kemper over Bobrovsky, and the Avalanche would win. I think it'd be a really very tight series though. I mean that's almost like the Ovechkin versus Crosby debate, James. They're very different players. They're very, very different players. They're both extremely, extremely good at what they do, but McDavid's more of the playmaker like Crosby is, and Matthews is more of the shooter like Ovechkin is. They're very different style players. They're both elite talents in the NHL. There's no doubt about it. They're both elite talents. Colorado is not going to play Minnesota in the first round. Colorado is going to be playing a wild card team in the first round, so it's most likely going to be like Dallas or somebody like that. Minnesota's finishing second in that division. Colorado's winning the Central. Minnesota's finishing second. So it would be second round at the earliest that they would play each other. JP, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. We're the second intermission, getting ready for third period action. I don't think it's going to be easy, Bob. There's no such thing as easy in the NHL playoffs. I mean, that if all it takes is watching one postseason in the NHL, and you know that there's no such thing as easy. Minnesota's a dangerous team, and I think they're going to be really tough to play in the playoffs, but they still give up too many goals. Minnesota's goals against per game is not spectacular. They give up too many goals against. I think at some point that's going to come back to bite them. Calgary could give the Avalanche a very tough series. All of the regular season games between Calgary and Colorado this year were extremely tight games. Very, very tight games. So I think if that's your Western Conference final, that would be a very, very close series. Owen, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. Senators have scored. They tie the game against Nashville 1-1. Matthew Joseph. Matthew Joseph has played very, very well since being traded to Ottawa. Yeah, just look at the Kings in 2012, Juan. The 2012 Kings are the perfect example. 8 seed going into the playoffs. And then, boom, Stanley Cup. Hopefully a good playoff 66. If we get a good playoffs and a lot of people watching in the playoffs, then we can have a chance to get to 10K during the postseason, depending on how it goes. I mean, I think Vejmelka is looking like a pretty good young goalie for the Coyotes, Micah, but he definitely needs a running mate. Like you can't just throw him out there, by himself with a nobody backup. They need to get, as far as goaltending goes, they need to get a good veteran running mate to go along with Vejmelka in net. But I think if they could find that, then they could have a pretty decent goaltending tandem. The only problem is they need help literally everywhere else, too. I mean, it's Arizona. They need help everywhere. But Vejmelka has shown a lot of good signs this year. I think if they can get a solid veteran tandem partner to go along with him, that could figure out the goaltending issue, at least for next season. I mean, a lot of my subscribers are also subscribed to HTH. But obviously, he's got a lot more than me. John hasn't been streaming as much anymore, Johnny, because he's doing junior hockey stuff, and he's busy with other work outside of his channel, so he hasn't been streaming as much this year that I've noticed. There's been a lot fewer streams on his channel because I think he's busy with a lot of other things. Joseph, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. We're the second intermission, getting ready for the third. This has been a pretty fun game so far. Rangers, man. This Rangers team, they just find ways to win. And obviously, we still have a whole period to go. The game is certainly not over. But one thing I've been very, very impressed with the New York Rangers this year is that they're a team that finds ways to win. Like, even when they get outshot, even when they get outplayed, they still have stolen a lot of games this year. And Igor Shesterkin in goal has been a big part of that. He's had an outstanding season in net for them. He leads the NHL in save percentage this year. He's a huge reason why, but just this Rangers team has something about them where they just find ways to win, and they've done that a lot this season. And tonight, I think they've played a very solid game tonight, and Shesterkin's made the big saves when he's needed to. Vincent, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Awesome to have you in the chat. I mean, they're certainly playing better than Carolina is right now, Joseph. I mean, over the course of the entire season, Carolina has been a top team all year, but have really struggled over the last couple of weeks. Rangers are playing better right now, for sure. But overall, I still think Carolina is a very good team. They've just hit a bad rough patch here. Yeah, Pittsburgh plays Washington on Saturday afternoon. I'm not sure. I'm not streaming that game. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to watch that. I might see. Yeah, I might be able to watch like the first period of that game, maybe the first two. But that should be a good one. And then Washington plays again on Sunday against the Bruins. Kyle, welcome in. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad that you enjoy the streams and enjoy the channel. Recommendation for an MLB channel similar. I don't know baseball as well, Kyle, because I don't follow baseball as closely as I do hockey. I know that Roach's Entertainment, I know that he does some baseball. He does basketball and baseball as his main two sports on his channel. I'm trying to think of other like baseball streamers. I know a few that are like team oriented. Like they're like a channel that's based on a specific city, and like they'll do a certain team. Like Bobby from Beantown Breakdown does Red Sox games. I think Joey Wagner from Pittsburgh, I think he does some Pirates games. But as far as like a league-wide baseball streamer, I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. But a good way to find them, though, is just to type in, like, MLB stream on YouTube and then see which channels come up and which games that they're doing. And you can find a lot of channels that way, because if anyone's live, like, at that particular time, if you type in, like, MLB live stream on YouTube, those streams will probably come up, and you can find some baseball channels. Simon, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Calgary, Joseph. I would take Calgary in that series. Hey, no problem. You're welcome, Kyle. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching. We are here at the second intermission, getting ready for period 3. A big third period coming up. Pittsburgh is going to push hard for a comeback, and the Rangers are going to try to hold this 2-goal lead and skate out of here with 2 points. Looks like we got about 3 minutes to go until the start of the third period. I agree, Steve. I completely agree. Penguins do need to play better in the third. Absolutely. Next Canadian team to win the cup. Oh boy. I mean, I would say Calgary and Toronto are the closest right now, but that could always change over the next few years. Who knows even when a Canadian team's going to win a cup? You know, maybe it's this year, maybe it's not for another decade. I mean, who knows? Winning the Stanley Cup is not easy. I think Calgary and Toronto are the 2 best Canadian teams right now. Patrick Waugh is my pick, Joseph. I've always been a massive Patrick Waugh fan. So oh, I can Ikeka. Following the league all year long, I can believe that the Jets lost that game, because that's just been the year. That's been the kind of year it's been for Winnipeg. They've had a really rough season. It's been a disappointing year. They're not going to make the playoffs, in my opinion. And they've been so inconsistent, I'm not that surprised that they lost that game to Detroit. Hey, Unknown with the 5. Thank you so much. Everybody, let's get that dono hype in the chat for Unknown. Dropping a 5 on the stream, says, here's a little something for your coverage tonight. Thank you so much. Really, really, really appreciate it. Let's get that hype in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, Brendan. What's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Really, really appreciate that, man. Thank you. We're getting ready for the start of the third here. One last commercial break, and then we are going to be dropping the puck for third period action. 20 minutes to go to try and figure out who's getting 2 points here tonight. Literally, the Rangers will tie the Hurricanes in points if they win and Carolina loses tonight. Carolina will remain in first place in the division for now, because they have 1 game in hand. They've played 1 less game than New York, but the Rangers will tie them in points. Richard, what's he making? 8 mil a year or something like that? I don't think I would ever regret $8 million a year. So I would say probably not. He's also really breaking out this season and showing what a superstar he is. So I feel like as he gets better, the Devils are going to get better. I don't think he's going to regret it. I don't know if they're officially locked in or not, JP, but the Rangers will be making the playoffs. Yes, Axie. Steve, because it's illegal, it violates copyright law, and YouTube will take the stream down, your channel gets terminated, and you can be sued by the NHL. No, Ikeka, that is next week. I said Sam will be joining me next week for a stream. As we are underway here in the third. Played around there, and Pittsburgh immediately ices the puck. And no, it's all good. Some people don't know. Like if you don't like work in media or anything, you know, a lot of people don't know about copyright. But yeah, you can't broadcast a live sports game on something other than a provider that has a contract with that league. So like you can't show a live sports game on YouTube unless you are like ESPN or Sportsnet or somebody that has the rights to show that game. Yeah, well, Steve Dangle has the rights to show that game actually because he has the TV deal with he has a deal with Sportsnet, and Sportsnet has a TV deal with the NHL. So he has those rights because he works for Sportsnet. So he's allowed to show the game because of Sportsnet. I don't have a deal with ESPN or TNT or anything, so I can't just show the game. That's what happens when you get famous. When you get famous, you get stuff like that. Played around now, behind the net, chipped out in front. Penguins trying to score here 1 minute in, but Raquel can't get it on goal. Gets possession on the half board, sends it down low behind the net. Played around here. Work that one out. Ruido, long shot in, that deflects wide of Shesterkin. Spin around. Now for the Penguins in the offensive zone as they send it back to Ruido at the point. He goes D to D, long shot. Here, Shesterkin makes the save. Rangers get to it. And they're going to carry this one up and out of the zone. Lindgren up to the red line. Getting some help here as they get a line change. Played back over now to Miller. Some talking in front of the bench. Played up now through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Here's Strome. Panarin tries to throw that one in front. Can't get it through. Here come the Penguins back the other way. Odd man rush into the offensive zone. Gensel's pass. And that one deflected wide. He tried to pass it across. And Rangers get back defensively. And then the net gets knocked off and the whistle blows. Great break up there by K'Andre Miller. Getting in the pass lane and kicking that one away. Stays 2-0 here, New York. Best Habs player of all time? I mean, they have so many. I mean, I don't know. Rocket Richard is kind of the first name that immediately popped into my head because there's a trophy named after him. But, I mean, they have so many legends throughout their history. Anyway, back to this game. We are underway now after the defensive zone faceoff. Rangers trying to clear it out of their zone. No, Rangers took a big step, Richard, this year. just making the playoffs. Like this was a big step, making the playoffs after missing the last few seasons. So they're moving in the right direction. This might not be the year for a deep run, but they're taking it step by step in the right direction. Taken around now. That one's dumped in by New York as they chase after it. Depends on if Crosby's back or not, Nathan. If Crosby's back for Pittsburgh, then probably them. But if he's still out, then I would probably lean Caps. Taken in now. Here's a chance again for Pittsburgh. That shot blocked up high off glass. Rangers get to it. 17:05 to go. Third period. Played up now here by Pittsburgh. Right back into the offensive zone. They're looking for a couple of goals. Leafs go up 1-0 on a goal from Willie Nylander. Shesterkin holds a post here on Heinen. Bluger takes it from the corner, passes it to Ruhwedel at the point. Over to the other side, now it's Matheson. Down low and after it, good hit by Nemeth. Penguins keep it in though, Ruhwedel pinches. Played back now, the other way, Tyler Mott chases after it, goes into the corner hard with Matheson. Matheson comes away with the puck though, gets it to Jeff Carter. Rangers on the forecheck trying to steal, they do. Here's Zibanejad now. He's been quiet in this game. We need to see more of Zibanejad here in the third. He carries that puck behind the net, rims it up the boards, kept it in the blue line. Sent back deep. Zibanejad, wraparound chance. Good opportunity, but Gerry holds the post. And that is more of what we need from Mika Zibanejad. As he gets a good wraparound chance there with 16 minutes to go in the third. It'll be an offensive zone faceoff for New York. As Jarry's able to come over and make a nice save holding the post on that one. Denver beats Michigan in overtime, and they go to the national championship game for college hockey. And that means Minnesota versus Minnesota State is coming up after. That's the second game. And then the winner of that game will play for the national championship against Denver. I do not care who wins. I have no dog in the fight as far as who wins this game. I'm just enjoying hockey. And that one's won back now by New York. Long shot, dump in there. Pens take it behind the net. It's Letang. Letang. Keeping it now away from the Rangers' forecheck. Gets it up and out of the zone. Rangers take it back. They'll regroup in their own end. 15:35 to go in the third. Played around here. And now we get a little jousting after the whistle there between Vetrano and Gensel. And we're going to have a neutral zone face-off coming up, it looks like. Little jawing back and forth in front of the benches here. Starting to get that playoff feel. Steve, the Penguins are a virtual guarantee to make the playoffs. It's not even a question of are they going to the playoffs. They're already going to the playoffs. They're not mathematically locked in yet, but they're pretty much guaranteed in. Taken over now by Friedman. There's a shot. And a nice save there by Shesterkin. Back the other way over the red line. Into the offensive zone. Panarin goes after it. Lil Beastie, what is going on? Welcome in. Great to see you in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. It's awesome to have you. That ends up behind the net. Shesterkin wraps it up the wall. Panarin with it into the middle. Gets it through to Kopp. Kopp up ice into the offensive zone. He gets hit down there. Penguins take the puck back just over 5 minutes into the third period. Still 2-0 Rangers. Pens looking to get the offense going here. And the Stars tie the game up 1-1 against Toronto. Looks like that's going to be a good one there. Alexander, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Braden Schneider trying to carry it out now for New York. Gets it up to center ice. Back the other way now. Penguins take it. And here's Pittsburgh into the offensive zone. Blocker saved by Shesterkin. That goes up into the netting. And we'll get a whistle here with an offensive zone faceoff coming up for Pittsburgh. 14:22 to go in the third period. They still need a couple of goals. It's not panic time yet. There's still a lot of hockey left to be played, but they've got to get some offense going here. Taken now. Pittsburgh, after the offensive zone draw, can't maintain possession. The Rangers chip it out to the neutral zone. At the red line now, that's dumped into the offensive end. Wrapped around here. Chance in front there. Shesterkin keeps it out. Up the boards, Penguins maintaining it. Possession in the offensive end. At the blue line, kept in again. Here's Rodriguez. Drop pass for Raquel. Raquel trying to get it through. Chance there. That one's stuck away by Shesterkin. 13:50 now remaining in the third. And a shot in there gets gloved by Igor. And that's going to be covered up in an offensive zone faceoff coming for Pittsburgh. 13:47 to go now in the third period. And I believe we're going to be heading to our first commercial break here of period 3. Yes, so good one going here. Rangers holding on to the lead. The Penguins have just taken a lead in shots on goal, 22-21. But Shesterkin has kept it all out so far. Pittsburgh still looking for that offense, down by a couple. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have everybody in the chat. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. And just trying to grow a hockey community where fans can have some fun and talk some hockey. Good one here tonight in a potential playoff preview. Rangers-Penguins could very easily be a first-round matchup this year. And I would certainly love to see it with this rivalry and the matchup and the dynamic of it. And Rangers have done well in the regular season here against Pittsburgh, so that would make it interesting. If that continues in the playoffs, it would be a lot to look forward to. I am so pumped for the playoffs in general this year. Cannot wait for postseason action to start. They're going to be so good. The matchups that are looking like we're going to get are just going to be unbelievable. Oh, they do need Crosby, 100%. He has a minor illness. It's not COVID related. I feel like he's probably going to be back for Saturday's game, most likely. But they certainly do need Crosby for the playoffs, absolutely. So we come back now. It's going to be an offensive zone faceoff here for the Pens. Malkin in to take it with Rust and Gensel on his wings. And it's won back defensively by New York. Cleared up now and out of the zone. They'll chase after it. But it's going to be icing as Dumoulin wins the race, and that will come right back down to the Rangers' end. $13:40 now to go in the third. Pittsburgh still looking to find the back of the net. One back there down in the corner by the Rangers again. Rangers winning faceoffs here. And that's giving them some puck possession as Rust brings it in now. We got a stoppage here. That one rolls in. And now we're going to have a penalty call. Who's this going to be against? Interference penalty against Jacob Trouba. So Jacob Trouba heads to the penalty box, and the Pittsburgh Penguins are going to the power play here. So this is a big opportunity now for the Pens to try and get some momentum going on the man advantage. 13:26 to go in the third. This game's far from over. And Pittsburgh now with a chance on the power play. Pablo, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Awesome to see you in the chat. Evan Rodriguez in now to take the draw. Kopp defensively out there for the Rangers. We'll look to get going here with a good start to the PK. That one to the sidewall. Pittsburgh comes away with possession. Long shot there from Letang, and that's gloved down by Shesterkin. And Shesterkin gloves it, covers it up, 6 seconds in. There'll be another ozone draw here for Pittsburgh. Oh yeah, playoffs are going to be so fun this year. Hey, no problem, Pablo. You're never late. Just happy that you're here at all. Thank you so much for stopping in. Barclay Goodrow backhands that one up, but not out of the zone. Rodriguez keeps it in. Pad save there. Second chance, and it just goes wide. Wow, Shesterkin saving it there. And the second chance went wide. Pittsburgh putting on some pressure. Looking for their first goal of the game with 13 minutes to go. That's stolen away now by New York, and they'll clear it all the way down. 1:25 to go on the Penguins' power play. They bring it back out of their zone. Carried up now through neutral ice by Gensel. Over the red line into the offensive end. Played back now to Letang. He rims it around glass, sends it down low. Rolls through everybody, though. The Rangers get to it, but Malkin keeps it in. Second chance, Rangers clear it to the neutral zone. Taken now again by Pittsburgh. 1 minute to go on the power play. Brian Rust can't get it into the offensive end. Letang has to regroup. It's poked away from him by Kreider on his pass attempt, and that's cleared all the way down. Both teams get fresh units on the ice. 45 seconds to go now on the man advantage. 12:10 to go in the third period. Matheson drops it, and now some speed through the neutral zone for Pittsburgh into the offensive end. And they can't get the pass through to Carter. That's poked back out to the neutral zone. Raquel brings it back in, though. Here's Pittsburgh. Shot in there. Blocked wide. Carter plays it on the half wall. Down here. Back out high. Chip to the middle now. Kapanen with it. 20 seconds left on the power play chance. Trying to get it in front for Rickard Raquel, but it can't get through. Austin, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. Pass in front doesn't get there. Sliding block by Lindgren. Final 5 seconds of the power play. That's cleared out of the zone by New York, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Trouba's penalty is killed, and it's still 2-0 Rangers. 11:20 now to go in the third period. Brought in here and dumped the other way by Pittsburgh. Bluger will chase after it, but the Rangers move the puck. Back the other way now, into the offensive end, New York. On the attack, getting the forecheck going. Behind the goal line. Rimmed up the boards, Bluger's first to it for the Penguins. Can't get it by the pinching Panarin, though. Back now, Panarin on the half wall, back to the point. Nemeth shot, and he blasts that one high off glass. Worked around here. Yes, Nomander. It is Gerry versus Shesterkin. As we get an icing call here against Pittsburgh with 10:38 to go. Third period action. Rangers holding on to the 2-0 lead. Good to see you, Nomander. Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. And we're getting down now almost to the halfway point of this third period. Penguins still trying to find some offense in this one. All right, sounds good, Victoria. See you later. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Brodzinski's going to get kicked out of the draw now. Tyler Mott is going to come in and take it. Against Teddy Bluger for the Penguins. Hockey fan, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Good to see you in the chat. 2 goals in 16 seconds. Wow. That is awesome for Montreal. And boy, the Devils' defensive issues continue. They are giving up a ton of goals these days. As Jarry's got to make a nice save there with Dryden Hunt on the doorstep in front. He covers that up. There'll be another offensive zone draw for New York. Rangers get a fresh line out on the ice now. 10:17 to go. Third period action. Pittsburgh trying to get it out of their zone and get the offense going. Rangers trying to hold on to this lead. They went up 2-0 back in the second, and they've done a pretty darn good job of holding it so far. Pittsburgh's had some times where they've pushed well and have gotten some chances for sure. But overall, the Rangers have done a nice job of holding the lead. Trouba steps up there, hits Angelo. Around the boards it goes now. Back to the point. Excuse me, that was Raquel, not Angelo. 67, not 57. Raquel with it down low now. Pass in front for Rodriguez. Chance. And Shesterkin makes the save and covers that one up. Another big stop there for Igor. 9:46 remaining in the third, and he keeps the Penguins off the board again. As we're going to head to another commercial break here. Down under 10 minutes to go. And Igor Shesterkin having himself a night. Still 2-0 Rangers with not that much time remaining now here for Pittsburgh to try and come back. Upcoming stream schedules in the chat. So if any of you guys want to know what games are coming up on the channel as far as what games I'll be streaming, the schedule is right there in the chat. So you guys can take a look at that. Got some fun ones coming up. Slinksy, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I think so, Slinksy. He would have my vote right now for sure. He would have my vote for sure. Yeah, Rick, that should be a fun one, definitely. Battle of wild card teams, or what I think will be wild card teams. 100% Dork, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really, really appreciate it. Darren, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming by. That's cool, Austin. Nice. I hope you get to see some good games. Unknown, I more get mad at the Bruins than anything else, especially when they don't play well. I mean, if they play well, then I'm happy, but I end up getting mad more than anything else, Unknown. Not very Jack Edwards-like. But Rangers cleared out of the zone here. Joey, what is going on, man? Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Rangers back into the offensive zone. 9.5 to go in the third period. Penguins clear it out. They bring it up ice into the offensive end. Trying to get it around now. That ends up in the corner. Moved into the middle here. Pittsburgh trying to get a chance. That one's poked away, though, by the Rangers D, and they clear it back out to the neutral zone. I've gotten them from all different things, Pablo, but this is my Drumline sweatshirt from my senior year of high school back in 2014. This is an oldie from back in Drumline. I've had this one for, 8 years now. This is crazy. Taking it now, dumped back in. 8:35 to go here in the third period. Rangers still holding on to this 2-goal lead. They carry the puck out of their zone. Through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Here's Panarin. Panarin passing in the middle. Shot there for Kopp. And Jarry's able to get a pad on it and keep it out. Panarin behind the net now. Still with possession. Offensive end. To the point in the middle. That one's blocked down. Penguins will chip it back out to the neutral zone and get a much-needed line change. 8:05 now remaining here in the third. It's crunch time now for Pittsburgh, trying to get the offense going in this game. Chip to the middle now, Hollander. Dumps it into the offensive end. Matheson will join the rush, take the puck in the corner. Moved into the middle. And back the other way. Big hit there out in the neutral zone. Rangers get it back. It's Miller with the puck. He takes a hit, though, and it's dumped back all the way down. Gerry comes out to play it. 7.5 now to go in the third. And now we've got some action after the whistle here. Miller trying to get at Angelo. Hunt's in there. Boyle's in there. Mott is still down on the ice. And Tyler Mott is laid out on the ice. He got hammered here by Angelo, and he is very slow going back to the bench. And now Rangers players are trying to get at Anthony Angelo here. He put his butt right into him. I mean, Angelo didn't go up or anything. Mott was hunched over, very much leaning down, and Angelo just skated his backside right into him and absolutely hammered Tyler Mott there. And referees are discussing this one. Angelo in the penalty box. It's gonna be a power play for the Rangers, but the question is how long. No, that's not, I mean, Mott's hunched over. That's his problem for being hunched over like that. Angelo doesn't jump at him, doesn't launch, doesn't do anything wrong there. He just kind of backs right into him and takes him out. It might be interference. Yeah, it's going to be an interference penalty because I don't think Mott ever touched the puck. But that's going to be 2 minutes for interference against Anthony Angelo, and the Rangers are going to go to the power play here. That is definitely interference, and the hit itself wasn't bad, but because Mott didn't have the puck, it's obvious. All right, guys, sorry about that. My internet just went out. I think it's rebooted now and has come back. I'm hoping it's back. We're at commercial break here on the game. I don't know if you guys can hear me yet or not. I think the power play would be over by now. But I should be back. My internet's back now. So, oh yeah, if they're on commercial break, the power play is definitely over. So, sorry about that. My apologies, but my internet went out for a little bit there. I am not exactly sure why, but it went out and then rebooted itself. So it should be good now. It should be back now, hopefully. We got 4:52 remaining here in the third period. Rangers still with a 2-0 lead. Offensive zone faceoff now for the Penguins. And Pittsburgh's on the power play. Okay, I missed something there. Pittsburgh's on the power play. So this is a big opportunity late in the game to try and get on the board. They're out shooting the Rangers 27-23. As that one cleared right off the draw by New York, they send it all the way down. Taken behind the net now. Jarry's going to leave it for Letang. This is pretty much a must-score power play here for Pittsburgh if they're going to come back in this game. There's only 4.5 minutes left. They need 2 goals. They really got to take advantage of this. Taking it around now. Here's a play from Malkin. Back out high. Still a minute and a half to go on the power play. Into the middle, Letang. Back to Malkin to Letang. Shot there and a nice glove save. Nice glove save there by Shesterkin as he grabs that one. 1:25 to go on the Pittsburgh power play. And that keeps this a 2-goal game. Offensive zone faceoff now for Pittsburgh. Rodriguez against Kopp in the faceoff dot. Taken around now. Played out to the point. 1:15 to go on the power play. Setting it up, offensive zone. Letang throws it in front. There's a chance! And the internet goes out again. And here's a chance again for Guentzel. Back out high. Chance. Guentzel! He just sends it wide! Big opportunity there, but not able to finish it off. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Penguins back into the offensive zone. That one hops back out. Brought right back in now. 35 seconds to go. Malkin getting into it in front of the net. Now Goodrow and Matheson are in there. Goodrow throws a punch on Matheson. And we got all kinds of action in front of the bench. Everybody getting into it here. Matheson trying to get back at Goodrow. And we got a big scrum in front of the Penguins bench here. Barclay Goodrow and Mike Matheson. It started with Barclay Goodrow and Evgeny Malkin. And then Matheson came in and tried to defend Malkin there, and Matheson took a nice punch to the face for that. And Goodrow popped him one, and then the scrum continued in front of the Penguins bench. Yes, Austin, I am aware. Stu, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. So things getting feisty here late in this one. And Goodrow goes to the penalty box. Malkin goes to the penalty box. And I believe there's still going to be 35 seconds left on Pittsburgh's power play. Things getting a little spicy now. This is what Rangers Penguins is supposed to look like. There really hasn't been much of this in this game. But this is what a division rivalry is supposed to be like. 3:27 now remaining in the third. And taken now by the Rangers off the ensuing face-off. Big hit there in front of the penalty boxes. Here's Jeff Carter. Final 25 seconds of the power play for the Penguins. Shesterkin goes down behind the net. Now Fox is getting into it with one of the Pens. Raquel keeps it in the offensive zone. Works it down low. Evan Rodriguez behind the net. 12 seconds left here on the power play. Moved across, chance in front. There, that shot is blocked and cleared all the way down. Penguins not able to score on the power play. We go back to 5-on-5. Penalty over. Empty net now, though, for Pittsburgh. So Gerry is off the ice, and Pittsburgh's got the extra attacker on. 2:35 to go here in the third period. Rangers trying to hold on for this win. Penguins looking for a big comeback here, running out of time. That's cleared out to the neutral zone. Red line in and just wide of the net from Andrew Kopp. Christopher, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Awesome to have you in the chat. Long shot there. That one goes high over the net. Rodriguez gets it back for Pittsburgh. 2:05 to go in the third. Back now, here's Kasperi Kapanen. He falls down but keeps possession in the offensive zone. Playing it around here. Pittsburgh in on the attack. Under 2 minutes to go. Long shot. That one blocked wide. Kapanen sends it in. Boyle out there in front of the net. Raquel on the half wall. 1:45 to go here. Third period. The Penguins need 2 goals. They've got the net empty. Here's Kapanen. Fumbles it off his stick. Down low now. Bluger sends it in front. Danton Heinen back to the half wall. Long shot there. That's blocked down. Gets it right back. It's Raquel. Taken here now. Behind the net. 1:23 to go now in the third period. Ricard Raquel to Danton Heinen. Back to Ricard Raquel. Down into the corner now. Penguins still with possession in the attacking zone. Playing it around now. Thrown in front. That one deflected up and out of play. Back to the neutral zone. 1:05 remaining in the third. Penguins running out of time here. Back into the offensive end. They'll chase. Good hit by Fox on Matheson. Here's Bluger now. Up and cleared back out here. And the Penguins have to regroup again in the neutral zone. Dumped the other way now. Cross corner. Going in hard after is Gensel. Gets it through to Kapanen. 43 seconds left in the game. All the way down, and that one nails the empty net. Game over. The Rangers make it 3-0 with the empty net goal. And that is going to be the final nail in the coffin. As Pittsburgh not able to score with the goalie pulled. Empty netter for New York makes it 3-0. And we're down under a minute to go. And that is going to seal the win here for the New York Rangers with 37 seconds remaining. And now we're lining up here at the face-off dot at center ice. Rangers win the face-off back. Working it over now, over the red line, dumped into the offensive zone. That one goes wide. And Pittsburgh tries to clear it back out. Played here by Kreider. Backhanded it into the offensive end. 20 seconds to go. Good hit there in on the forecheck. Chance in front again for New York, but it comes through. And the Rangers chase it back to their own zone. Final 10 seconds here. Final 5 now. This is worked around the Rangers' end. They chip it up the wall. Penguins with a big hit, and we might end with a scrum here as along the sideboards, everybody came together. We got a big scrum to end the game. 5-on-5. Everybody into it. Everybody getting involved here. Right as the final horn sounds. And the New York Rangers finish off a big 3-0 win over the Pittsburgh Penguins. And they have won 3 out of the 4 games against Pittsburgh this year. Kreider in there with Friedman. Everybody going at it. All 5 guys on the ice. Finish this game with a big-time scrum as everybody comes together, and what a playoff series this would be. I really, really, really hope that this is our first-round playoff matchup. I really, really hope so. What a playoff series this would be. As we get a huge scrum to end this game. And these teams don't want to leave the ice. Nobody's going to the locker room here. Everybody's jawing back and forth at the red line. We've got both benches emptied, jawing back and forth at the red line. Referees are trying to get players off the ice here, but everybody's going back and forth. God, I hope this is a first-round playoff matchup. I want to see these two teams in the playoffs so bad. And the Rangers hold on for the 3-0 victory. And that is going to be the end of this one. What a game tonight. What a big win for New York as they go to 98 points on the season. And that is going to bring us to the end of this one. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. It was awesome to have you all here. That's going to do it for the stream tonight. Upcoming stream schedule is in the chat, so be sure to check that out, everybody. Games coming up. Going to be a lot of fun ones coming as we get down towards the end of the regular season this year. Millions, what's going on? Welcome in. Scavenger, what's going on? Welcome in. But that's going to be the end of this stream, guys. Thank you so much. Please don't forget, it means a lot. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL. So fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. Just trying to grow a hockey community where everyone comes together, has some fun. And and gets to enjoy some hockey. So thank you guys again so much for the support. Really, really appreciate it. Next game stream for me is going to be the Boston Bruins against Washington Capitals Sunday afternoon. That should be a fun one. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. Have a great day tomorrow. It's been awesome once again to have you in the chat. Really, really appreciate everyone watching. And until next time, have a great night. Thank you guys again, and we'll see you soon.